11 most unusual kids on Earth. Every child is special on their own way. At least that is what their parents say. Some kids are more involved and playful. Some are quiet and obedient. Some like to learn and others are more into sports. However, the children we selected for this video are all outstanding and special. And I'm not just talking about their mother's opinion. They are genius, children of rare beauties, and just special children. Want to know them? Let's get it on then! But before we start this video, make sure to subscribe and give us a like. Here are 11 most unusual kids in the world. Mia Aflalo Shunem. This little girl has over 100,000 followers on Instagram. But what is her secret? Well, looking at her pictures, you will understand why she has so many fans. The 8-year-old Mia Aflalo from Israel has such a thick hair that some people believe she's wearing a wig. This rare genetic disorder affects 1 out of every 200 babies born in the world. But her gorgeous hair is actually natural and she loves to pose in fancy dresses in front of the camera. Some social media users believe that the girl is too young to be this popular, but she seems to enjoy her life and loves to try on all sorts of clothes. Melanie Dickerson. Melanie is just a 5-year-old girl, but she has incredible big eyes that would envy any Disney princess. Sadly, this feature is hurting her since the girl suffers from a rare condition called Axenfeld-Rieger syndrome. This rare genetic disorder affects 1 out of every 200 babies born in the world. Children born with Axenfeld-Rieger often have small or nearly non-existent irises, so their eyes appear to be missing the colored part of their eyes. In addition to that, their eyes are very sensitive to light, so anytime she wants to go outside, whether between her home in Minnesota and her mother's car, or to the playground to play on the swings, Melanie must wear her glamorous sunglasses to protect her beautiful eyes from the sun. Farouk James. Farouk James is an 80-year-old boy from London who has an unique long hair. He is already pursuing a career in social media modeling. Farouk's hair has 60 centimeters long at the age of 6. So imagine how much work it was to keep a hair like that clean and combed, especially for a kid who just wants to play all day rather than spending time brushing his hair. However, it's his mother, Bonnie, who takes care of his hair. She says she doesn't find it difficult to comb it, especially when she knows it's going to help her son go places in the future. Farouk's public life started in 2014 when he was only 3 years old. After posting a photo on Facebook, it was evident that the unique boy would be a sensation on social media. Since then, along with his hair, Farouk's popularity has grown quite well, and this is likely to continue. The boy is already a paid celebrity who has walked all over the world on catwalks. The boy, meanwhile, remains an ordinary child who loves soccer and is a Chelsea's fan. Versavia Borun Goncharova. Besides her unusual name, Versavia is not different from the other 11-year-old girls overall, except that she suffers from an extremely rare condition known as Cantrell's pathology, which caused her rib cage and abdominal muscles to not form properly. The condition, which only affects about 1 in a million people, doesn't cause her any pain in day-to-day life, but does leave her heart exposed as it lies just below the surface of the skin. Her condition is quite severe, but Versavia is a very powerful girl and does not let it hold her back. When her mom was pregnant of her, she was told that the girl wouldn't make it after birth. But a miracle happened. Just like her friends, the girl has a normal life. She runs and leaps. She just needs to be very cautious during these activities. Even while dressing, she has to be careful and her clothes have to be soft to not hurt her heart. However, in order to put the organ back on its right position, she has to undergo a very difficult surgery. Lydian Nadaswaram. Meet this young Indian pianist who is also known as a child prodigy. Well-deserved, Lydian won the CBS talent show The World's Best in 2019 and received a $1 million bonus. He can play at great pace and, believe it or not, at the same time on 2 separate pianos. Yes, you heard me right. 2 different pianos and even play blindfolded. He deserves the title of child prodigy for sure. The boy entered the music universe at the age of 2 when he first began playing drums. The boy then began to work with his father, a music director, and observed his older sister play the piano as well. At the age of 8, he then began to play piano by himself, without anyone teaching him, just watching YouTube videos. Realizing the talent of the boy, the older sister and his dad began helping him to master the piano. And soon, at 190 BPM, Lydian was able to play Fly to the Bumblebee. Then, after a while, he learned how to play slow melodic pieces, and even passed an examination held at Trinity College in London, which, by the way, is not a test for adolescents, but students who have mastered the piano and older people. Lydian is definitely a child prodigy. Rebecca and Kimberly Young. Do you remember what you were doing on your free time at the age of 8 or 9? Probably just kid stuff, right? But Rebecca and Kimberly love science, and that is what they do on their spare time. At that age, these 2 girls assembled and launched a spaceship. More like a weather probe, they call it the Loki Lego launcher. The ship also had an unusual thing, a picture of their deceased cat Loki and a figure from R2-D2, and it rose to the stratosphere. The device is able to record its coordinates, change in temperature, velocity, and pressure, and send all this information back to its young creators on Earth, making the girls very happy. The sisters were able to obtain information they were not even expecting. For instance, the young researchers found out that when the system reaches the first layer of the atmosphere, the temperature drops, then it rises and lowers again. The project became so famous that it even made it to the White House, where the girls were invited to a science fair and met Barack Obama, the former US president. Rebecca and Kimberly are continuing their studies and have made multiple launches. They are not going to stop anytime soon. Mira Modi. Have you ever been in that situation where you created a strong password, but then you needed to use that and you suddenly forgot it? Well, in order to avoid this stressful situation, you can buy a password from Mira Modi. This 12th grade girl only sells powerful and memorable passwords that she creates using a system that she invented by herself using Diceware. In order to make sure the words chosen from a dictionary are completely random, she rolls a dice. The girl then delivers the code to consumers in envelopes through US Postal Services. Therefore, because it is written down in a single copy and sent to the clients, each password is unique and inimitable. Each of the passwords consists in 6 words. On her website, where you can order a password, Mira explains that she's a student and thus can only work on the safe combinations after she has finished her homework. Isaiah Bird. Some people find excuses all the time. Too lazy to work out, the weather is not good, wrong day of the week, or it's just a bad shoulder. But this boy from California never skips his training even though he has an excuse. Isaiah was born without legs, but his physical condition does not stop him from playing football, soccer, swimming, skateboarding, surfing, and even running. You may ask how he's able to keep up with all these activities. How is there such strength and inspiration for this young athlete? Why isn't he just abandoning? Well, Isaiah himself says that he will continue to practice without excuses no matter what. That's what Miguel Rodriguez, his mentor, is telling him. Ever since he was 9 years old, he began training the boy and he managed to become more than a mentor and became a friend. By the way, Rodriguez receives regular calls, videos, and emails from adults and kids around the US, telling him they are motivated by the example of Isaiah, his courage and determination to succeed. What's even more promising is that Isaiah is helped by his mother, his peers, and teammates, so the boy does not set new records alone. Marsha and Millie Biggs. This girl's story is truly special, given that it occurs once in a million years. These girls are twins. Not just any twins, they have different shades of skin, hair, and eyes. When they were born, the girls looked almost alike, but soon their differences began to emerge. As soon as Millie's skin started darkening, Marsha's blue-eyed face began to turn lighter and her hair started curling. Their mom, Amanda, explains that Marsha has her fair skin and golden brown hair, while Millie inherited the characteristics of her Jamaican father, Michael, who was born in Jamaica. Parents are often approached by puzzled people on the streets that don't believe the girls are twins. Maybe cousins, friends, but not twins. And imagine how much they suffer trying to explain to school teachers. However, the sisters don't care about their differences, and they are so close to each other that in any movement, they are practically synchronized. It's always been like this too. Now they're 15 and it seems like they will shock people at any age. Thanks for watching. Subscribe on the channel and activate the notifications so you don't miss any new interesting video. We'll see you all in the next video.